Hello, everybody. My name is Stanley J. Targos III, and I'm the host of the Response Able Solution. Today, we're going to talk about purpose-driven money. We've all heard about purpose-driven life and purpose-driven something and purpose-driven things, but how often do we think about our money being purpose-driven? What I love about this concept is most people don't realize that their money has a purpose or a job. They just think they're going to go out and earn it. They think they have the job and their money just fulfills a need. Well, that's sort of true. But let's think about this differently. Your money has a job, it has a purpose. When you're younger, your money is designed to do something differently than when you're older. If you have kids or don't have kids, your money's designed to have certain jobs. But the reality is, if we don't think about our money as having a purpose behind it, then we're just out spending time making money for what? So that we can survive, so that we can have food, so that we can have our basic needs met, so we can have a roof over our head, so maybe we can take a vacation. If we don't give our money a purpose and let it work for us, oftentimes it doesn't do the job we want, and we wake up frustrated at the end of 10, 15, 20, or 30 years because things didn't work the way we expected. If we're going to talk to our spouses and our kids and have goals, that's one thing. We don't think about talking to our money and assigning a goal and a job to our money. So let's put that in perspective. When we think about purpose driven money at the Response Able Solution, where you have the ability to respond to life, because you're prepared for it. When life happens and you're not prepared for it, we want to have safety nets and backup plans. And we don't want every obstacle to be chaos. We want certain things to be speed bumps. We don't have to enjoy them or be comfortable, but it doesn't mean we have to give up our contentment in order to go through that circumstance. God gave us the ability to use our skills and talents to do things to be a benefit to others around us, not just to serve stress, anxiety, and worry. And the fruits of the Spirit are happiness, joy, peace, patience, goodness, gentleness, self control, and kindness. Those are the things that we have when we have God working in us. So, what are we doing for our money? Is our money working for us, against us, or not working at all? Why are we frustrated? Those are good questions. Well, here's what I recognize, and here's what we've been doing for a while. When we have our money work for us, we need to make sure that our money's going to be there. If I'm using dollars and I'm setting aside in a savings plan, a strategic savings plan, with the idea and the goal of helping those dollars get us out of debt so we can let more money work for us in the future to build a retirement, a savings, or a nest egg, we need to make sure that money's going to be there, which means those dollars, the purpose on those dollars is not risk. It's not gamble. It's not rate of return. It's security, safety, stability. It's the ability to have a plan that functions, that's guaranteed to happen. Because if I need to have my money there to pay off my debt, and I'm going to pay the debt off, but I'm gambling with those dollars and the market's down or I lose, not only do I lose the ability to pay that debt, but now I've lost money that I've saved. That can't happen. We need to make sure that our money has no risk. We need to make sure that our money is going to be there because that's how we insure it. When you're saving for your son or your daughter's college and the dollars that you set aside aren't there to pay for college because a stock market crash happens within 6 months of you needing to pull the money, not only do you lose the money you saved, but now you have to acquire more debt to make up the difference. So we don't want that. We want the money that we set aside with a purpose to be there without risk. Next, it has to have a job. Your money has to have a job, or three, or four, or five. Most people think I'm going to set up $1 in my college fund, $1 in my debt plan, $1 in my retirement, $1 in my savings, $1 in long-term emergency. They got $5 they need to have working for them, each with one job. What if we had $1 doing 5 jobs that gave us the ability to pay off our debt? Then be a savings fund, then be an emergency fund. Then if our kids go to college, use that same dollar to pay for college. And over time, that same dollar functions as part of our tax-free retirement. Now, I say tax-free because if we're going to design something that we want, why would we design something that we have to pay taxes? We wouldn't. But I understand this is vague and 30,000 foot view. If my dollar and my money has a purpose and it's driven to work for the goals that I've set up, that God's put in my heart, that take care of my family with my needs, with my specific circumstances, that's way different than letting my money just go and be willy-nilly in anyone else's control. Most of the time, you got a banker running a money market for you. You got a banker running an emergency fund or a savings account or a CD for you. You've got a 401k third party administrator managing some money for you for your retirement. You've got a 529 plan or something that's managed for you. You have your own ability to take care of your needs. You've got 5 different captains of that ship. You have 5 different agendas with 5 different dollars, 5 different strategies, 5 different thought processes, 5 different risk tolerances, but they're not working for you and for your goal. One goal. What if we had your goal, your dreams, your aspirations, your needs be the center of the strategy? What are the chances you succeed then? That's what we want. When the time is right, you can have somebody manage money in a different way. But while we're getting started and while we're building the foundation, let's make sure your money has a purpose. It's driven by you, your goals, your needs, your family, your situation. You're in control. And when the time is right, you bring on the right other people to help manage what you need to fill in the gaps. Let's not fill in the gaps first and then build the foundation. Let's build the foundation, build the structure, and then fill in the gaps. You can look at it as building a house. How many people want to build a house and start with the roof? Very few. But when it comes to money and our money's purposes, we often start with the roof, which is the last thing we should have, which is why most people wake up at 50, 55, 60, 65 years old. They're frustrated. They feel overwhelmed and underprepared financially. So let's take control. Let's start today with our money having a purpose that's driven by us. I hope this helps. Leave a comment below. I hope that you achieve the dreams and goals that God puts in your heart and that He blesses your journey. Have a great day.